Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the episode number 14 of the Monday weekend wrap-up. Season is slowly coming to a close. Title races tightening, relegation battles battling, and we are here to cover it all for you. We've got a lovely show for you tonight. Let's introduce our guests and get right into it. First up, coming in all the way from Singapore, during his break, during work, Cultured Left Foot. Welcome in, Cultured.
Hello. Hey.
How are you? What kit is that?
I'm good, thank you. This is an NK Maribor kit from Slovenia. It's a team I've followed since about 2004 or something. Very,
nice.
Very strange stories behind it, but yeah, I've been to their stadium. I've seen them live. It's weird. Weird obsession.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. And joining us from the Pacific Northwest, we have Milothe1st. Welcome in, Milo. How are you doing?
Good evening, everybody. I'm good. I'm really good. Yeah, it's a really busy day, but I'm glad to be here.
Nice, man. Well, let's take a look at the topics for tonight, and let's get right into it. We got a lot of stuff to get to. We'll be taking a look at the Champions League. We have the semifinals midweek. A certain team seems to be hitting rock bottom. We'll take a closer look at their abysmal weekend and past couple weeks. One team has a little bit of breathing room now in a top four battle. We'll take a closer look at that. A couple other games. We had a great Liverpool Tottenham battle, and plus we'll take a look at some other title races, relegation battles, European qualifications. We'll do an open panel. Last week open panel was really good, I thought. If you guys have any questions throughout the show, just type them during this time or just as we're approaching this open panel section, and it's really nice to just get that conversation going. We have a nice special game this week where we'll be switching things around a little bit. Culture will be presenting the game, so I will be a contestant this week. And then we have our classic How Many Teams Can You Name? And the memory and the weekly check-in, and we'll just general kind of float through things here. Kind of a kickback Monday, kickback Monday. But let's start off with the earlier this week. We had the Champions League. We'll start with Liverpool. Liverpool went down in the first half, but a second half resurgence saw them beat Villarreal 3-2 in the semifinal second leg. And now they booked their place in the final. After kind of a shaky first half, Liverpool came back and turned it on. What are your thoughts on that game, Milo?
Yeah, a really good one. To be honest, I think we said Liverpool would probably be too much for them over the two legs, and I think it did pan out that way without too much surprise. Villarreal made it interesting for the first half, and for that, I thank them. I thought it was interesting that Coquelin got on the score sheet. It's not something you see very often in his career, but, Luis Diaz, for me, is a standout player for Liverpool right now. Like, just what a difference maker, I mean, for me, he's the one. So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised. I think Liverpool are my favourites for the tournament now.
Yeah, they that first half, Villarreal was like, I don't know what was happening, but it seemed like Liverpool were just non-existent in that game. Cultured, any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I think Villarreal came out of the blocks really well, and I think it took Liverpool by surprise a little bit, and they couldn't really get into the higher gears. But I don't know, it was just, I think like Milo said, you were always expecting Liverpool to be too much. I think it just needed a little flick of a switch, and that got them into the gears they needed to get to, and Liverpool were going to walk over it. It turned into a bit of a farce at the end, didn't it? With Villarreal just basically kicking Liverpool, like bookings and red. I think they got who got a red card for Villarreal. I can't remember who it was, but someone got sent off. Yeah, Capoue. That's it, Etienne Capoue, and it was just, it showed good character, I guess, from Liverpool, and good resilience to come back and score, because we've seen other teams struggle against Villarreal once they've got a lead, but it was always going to be too much for Villarreal. But I don't know, I think Madrid might surprise some people. Obviously we'll get onto the other semi-final in a minute, but it's not as clear cut Liverpool winning it as I think people are seeing it. So
I wanted to add one thing, which is obviously I got to see a Unai Emery team close up for about 18 months, not that long ago. And it's a very typical performance where the team might well play really well for half the game. But then when he tries to go a bit more defensive, it never worked. It never worked. Any game where we tried to defend a lead or something like that, it especially against a better team, we failed miserably. And I feel like I was watching the same thing for Villarreal in that game.
Yeah. Emery's. It's pretty impressive though what he's done, right? I mean, it
is
with that type of it's not the it's definitely not the biggest team in Spain, and Europa League winning qualification.
Yeah.
Was it Juventus, Bayern, and almost they got in touching distance of Liverpool for that first half at least. It's pretty impressive. Yeah. But yeah, I
mean, isn't it Villarreal that have a stadium that has a capacity larger than the actual the people that live in the town?
Is it Villarreal? I don't know.
I think it's Villarreal that have something like a 20,000 seater capacity stadium, and there's 15,000 people that live in Villarreal or something like that. It's very bizarre.
What's the name of that stadium? It's
oh my god.
That's a question.
I read it earlier. I forgot it. Anyways, let's move on to a quite exciting. Where'd it go? There we go. Manchester City. Real Madrid completed another miraculous comeback to reach the Ceramica. That's what it is, Stefan. Yes. Madrid completed another miraculous comeback to reach the final of the Champions League with a 3-1 win on the night, securing a 6-5 aggregate victory. Rodrigo struck twice in the space of 2 minutes before Karim Benzema penalty capped off an incredible night at the Bernabeu. What a fantastic game. What are your thoughts on that, Cultured? Why don't you give it a go?
It was bloody brilliant. That's my thoughts on it.
Great.
Absolutely fantastic. No, I mean, it was not just because it's Man City, but in terms of when things like that happen in football, it is brilliant, right? Like 2 minutes to go, and you're watching as a semi-neutral, I guess we'll say. Look, it was just fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant to see Real Madrid, and that's what I mean. Real Madrid are never out of it. It was great to watch. I think Rodrigo, the substitutions by Ancelotti were obviously really good, worked out really well, and it was sort of a new guard coming on, wasn't it? It was the younger players coming on and using their energetic young legs. When Modric comes off and Camavinga comes on, he was just so influential in that last 25 minutes and then going into extra time. And I don't know, Man City, as soon as they conceded those 2 goals, they just looked shell-shocked, and you couldn't... penalties was the best thing they were going to get out of it, I think, at that point. But was it 2 shots on target for Real Madrid in 90 minutes, and they both went in? And they were both Rodrigo's efforts in the 90-plus minute. So, yeah, a little bit lucky, but wonderful to watch. Wonderful.
Yeah, it was good. Milo, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I watched this whole game. I had it on in the background at work, at my desk, and it was a really, really enjoyable game. I've got to be honest, when I thought Mahrez's goal was really good, like a really good finish by him, and I was thinking that's it. I hadn't seen enough from Madrid in the rest of the game to make me think that they were going to come back from that, and then the Rodrigo goals, unbelievable scenes. What a night that would have been to be there, and then Benzema to win it from the spot. And I mean, I was that the one we were discussing, the penalty, like the reverse camera angle? That was the one, right?
Yeah, that was the penalty.
Initially I thought it was harsh. I thought the defender had, from what I saw, I thought the defender had got a touch, but then the reverse angle showed he didn't, so it's probably the right call. Still not much in it, to be honest, compared to what I want to see penalties given for, but at the same time, I would have quite liked that game to go to penalties just to complete the tie in a sort of dramatic way.
Yeah, it would have been good. It would have been good to go to penalties. I think that's what VAR brings, though, isn't it? There's no if it's contact. It's like, and this is what Cart's been saying on his streams a couple of times, that are you going to get to the point now where refereeing is just every single contact is a foul? Like you have to blow it up as a foul because that's what people are thinking. I don't want it to get that way.
I already think the handball thing has been is really bad now. Like for me, it needs to go more like hockey, where it has to be a distinct kicking motion. I think it should have to be a distinct hand to ball motion, not ball to hand. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I think it should be.
Yeah, and there's also that question of
advantage,
and then also just, you know, like, what is a natural arm position? You know, it's like it's really tough to say what is and what isn't. You know, like when you're going in for a slide tackle, you use your arms kind of on the side to kind of. It's so weird to go in on a slide tackle with your arms on your side. I mean, I guess you can, but it's just so unnatural because you use it to kind of balance a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, it's really tricky.
I see Stefan said Vinny and Benz with chances in that game. Like, look, I know Vinny's had a good season, but I think he still needs to be a lot more clinical in that final third to get up to that upper echelons of where he wants to be as a player in the world. You know what I mean? Like, it's missing that little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
I think that'll come.
Right, if we look at it from like a video game standpoint, he's just missing a little bit of that finishing. You know, that finishing stat isn't there that Mbappe has, along with the dribbling, stuff like that. Anyways, all right, I mean, and picks for the finals: Liverpool, Madrid. What are you thinking? So hard to bet against Madrid.
Liverpool to win it, but in extra time.
Okay, that would be great.
I don't think it'll be as easy as people think.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be easy. You know what's funny? In my head, I was like, Liverpool have such a great European Cup heritage, and then I'm like, wait a minute, they're playing Real Madrid.
Who
have the best European Cup heritage. Yep. So I was like, maybe I need to rethink that. But like, I think Liverpool are going to do it. I think Madrid showed some weaknesses that Liverpool can exploit, and that mainly is defensively. If Liverpool get going, they're gonna, they're really hard to stop, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, innit? If Liverpool have clinical Mane, Salah, Jota, Diaz, Firmino, whoever they pick to start in that front three out of all those players, if they're in clinical form, Madrid are going to suffer because they give up so much space. So,
yeah. And Salah's tweeted right after that match, we have a score to settle. So I think that might be the X factor. So we'll talk about Salah later. Moving on, we have a team that is hitting rock bottom. Manchester United. It is official. Manchester United will register.
We were carrying on about Man City. Sorry.
I know, right? It's official. Manchester United will register their lowest Premier League points tally as they suffered a humiliating 4-0 defeat to Brighton. Brighton, on the other hand, are on track for their highest league finish since finishing 13th in 1981-82. Couple other little things here. United have now conceded four or more goals in 12 Premier League games since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. That's as many times as they did in 810 games under Ferguson. Defense has been an issue. And now United have also conceded 56 goals in the league this season, and that is also a record high for them. Cultured, what's going on here? What's the deal?
I think the players have given up. It's hard to. I don't know. It's just rubbish, isn't it? I don't know if this is a family-friendly channel, so I'll try not to swear. But it's rubbish. I could use a lot of other negative words for it, but yeah, it's just, extremes in the chat, and he's a young'un, so I don't want to put bad language in his mind.
He's tucked in his Phil Foden onesie right now.
Exactly. It's tough. Football's cyclical, and this is the first time United in my lifetime have gone through this downward trajectory. I think if you're ever going to bring in a new manager, and Ten Hag's probably, I think Ten Hag will be looking at the situation going, right, this club is in a mess, but if I'm the person to bring this back, I'm going to be a hero. Like, I'm going to be. It can't get worse, can it? Well, it can get worse, but I don't think it's going to get any worse. So he's going to come in and be the sort of saviour. But I don't think next year is going to be too much better. I think we'll be struggling to challenge for the Champions League again. But this year, I don't know. It's a big amalgamation of lots of things going wrong. I think we signed players for Solskjaer and his bit of a deeper line of counter-attacking football, which we're now moving away from, which means people like Wan-Bissaka and Maguire are not really suited to how it looks like we're going to line up to play. We've had... I don't blame anything on Ronaldo. I think if Ronaldo's available and he's there, you sign him. I mean, look what he's done in a very terrible Man United team. He's second, I think, in the goal scoring charts at the moment in the league. He's been absolutely phenomenal, and I was very happy that we signed him. But I don't know, this season's just been a bit crap. It's just been crap. The players have given up a bit. I think with so many players getting to the end of their contracts, I think once they realise, or once you sack a manager and bring in an interim manager, I do imagine players would sort of be like, meh. I mean, if I was at work and my boss was like, oh, I'm only here for 3 months or 4 months, and you're leaving in 4 months as well, I don't think I'd be. And they guaranteed they're still going to pay me and not sack me, because footballers can't seem to get sacked and not get paid. I think I'd put in a bit of a half-assed effort if I knew all that was going to happen. But yeah, it's a bit... I don't know. It's just rubbish. I've given up trying to sum up this season, Cart, to be honest, because
it's pretty bad.
It's just shit. It's terrible. So let's move on to next season and hope it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think so. Anything to add to that, Milo?
Yeah, I mean, during that whole part there, I was trying not to look too happy. You know, like I was really trying to suppress the smile. But no, I mean, man, Brighton. Let's be fair to Brighton. They're 9th in the table. Let's forget that they're 3 places back from you. They're having a decent season. They turned my lot over. They turned Tottenham over in the space of a week. 2 teams that are fighting for top 4. Like, they've had a really good season. I thought, I don't know if it was just the highlight package I watched, but they made it look like Danny Welbeck was really up for this game against you lot. He seemed to play really well.
He was playing well, yeah.
Yeah, like he just missed a goal. That was the only thing missing from his performance, really, which unfortunately is somewhat common for his career. But you know, like, yeah, Brighton, that's their biggest ever win in the top flight. For that to come against United, yeah, I'm sure that stings a little bit. But I think, like you guys have said, to me, United look like they've just down tools now. Yeah, summer's cooling, and it's time to go out on the golf course. And
yeah,
I'm not going to worry about it.
We've got one game to go, right? Because we had loads of games that carried on during COVID, so we've got one game to go, and the Youth Cup final is tomorrow, I think, for me, Wednesday. I think the Youth Cup final is on Wednesday. So if players come through that unscathed, I'm expecting youth players to play in the final game of the season. And I think the only reason they haven't played so far is because that Youth Cup final and they want to win it, because they've got all the way there, right? You don't want to play someone like Garnacho, who's been crucial to the youth team, and then he picks up an injury for the senior team and misses the cup final that he's worked so hard to get for.
Right.
You get Europa 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
5th and 6th. Yeah. So it's not guaranteed.
I was going to say West Ham are a game in hand and only 3 points off you.
Yeah, much better goal difference.
Yeah. We'll take a look at that in a minute here.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some interesting tables. Just real quick here, welcome in Wolf. Football Lover says about the Liverpool Madrid. He said that's the most common final ever. Liverpool Madrid. That's 4 times now.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting. And Ranik is doing a great job, though. It has to be said.
Well,
I think there's some sarcasm.
I would say Rangnick is doing a good job because he's called out all the bullshit at the club. He's the only manager that's ever called out all the bullshit at the club. So for what actually needs to happen, like management-wise, tactical-wise, it's been a fucking disaster. Excuse my language. But in terms of calling the club out for how wrong it's gone, I think he's done a great job. So
apparently Ten Hag approached Fred Rutten, Dutch manager, to be assistant, and he said he couldn't do it for personal reasons. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to read too much into that. Roberto Di Matteo won UCL as interim. True.
But he won the UCL as the interim manager, but no one knew if he was going to get a contract or not. Whereas Ragnick came in and it was told it was going to be 4 months.
True.
So you knew that your boss was there and was going to leave. I think that's quite different. But anyway, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, moving on to a bit different topic. Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah and Eddie Nketiah. Oh wow, it's kind of Eddie Nketiah brace was enough for Arsenal to claim a 2-1 victory over 10-man Leeds. That put Arsenal in a huge boost for their Champions League qualification spots. Nketiah is only the second ever Arsenal player to score twice in the opening 10 minutes of a Premier League match. After any idea who it might be? 2002. Any idea who it might have been since 2002? Kanu, correct.
Kanu.
Since Kanu.
Against
Chelsea?
No, that was, you're thinking of the hat trick, aren't you?
It was Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Yeah, that hat trick was the come from behind hat trick.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that where he scored, he looked over away from the byline, basically.
Yeah, we were 2-0 down. Yeah, it's a Kanu hat trick. Great game.
So yeah, and Nketiah scored twice. And a small fact about Leeds: they now have the most cards in a single season. Milo, your thoughts on the game against Leeds?
I loved it. I loved the fact that Eddie stepped up. I think I told you guys last week or the week before, I am a little concerned about whether our club will be like, well, we don't need to sign a forward. We got Eddie Nketiah. So that is still a concern. However, Lacazette dropped off, then he got COVID. Eddie's come in. We've talked about that. He's done a fantastic job. Can't ask really more than what he's done. To get the 2 goals was great. I really thought we should have pushed on and absolutely hammered them. And I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Once they, even at 10 men, once they got a goal back, it was, you were playing a team that's fighting for their life, right? I mean, they are 18th in the table. 3 points would have been huge for them. A win for us was huge. There was a lot at stake in that last half an hour, and I could really see that on the pitch from both teams. Just that nervous energy, and you could see it. Arsenal's a young team, so that's going to happen. I think I'd expect in a few years' time for them not to be fazed by things like that. Maybe if they stay together as a group, but I could definitely see it on the weekend. But you know what? 3 points, massive, and to be 4 points ahead going into Thursday. Obviously, I want to win that game. That's goes without saying. However, the fact that there is breathing room, it's massive. It means the pressure is far more on them than it is us, in my opinion. So if you want to bring the mental game into it, I think it definitely could play a part. And I want us to beat them because I do not want to be playing Everton on the last game of the season, like in case Everton are in a must-win to stay up situation. I don't want to be facing a team that has to win to survive on the last day. Not because it won't be entertaining, because it would, just because I don't want the hassle. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Fair enough. Your thoughts on sort of, because Leeds went down to 10 men and scored, and as you said, it got a bit nervy for Arsenal. Is it a sign of progression that Arsenal didn't concede again, or is it a worry that they conceded to 10 men and made it nervy? No, I can't quite figure it out in my head which way. Is it a positive or is it a negative?
For me, the team with 10 men always plays better. It was a cliche we learned when we were kids, right? Yeah. That's what everyone used to say. The team with 10 men always plays better. I mean, it's not true, but it is often the case that a team with 10 men plays quite well. And I think for me, they've shown it all year long. I was not expecting to be battling for top 4, mate. I really wasn't. I thought we'd be mid-table, maybe 8 at best. I really thought that would be the case. So I think all season long they've shown grit and determination. Like the team that lost 3 games in a row before beating Chelsea and yourselves, the team that lost 3 games in a row, if you rewind the clock 3 years to us, we would have gone on to lose nearly all of our remaining games, or you know what I mean? We would have fallen out of the race straight away. It just wouldn't have come back from that. So I think the resolve they've shown is all season long has been really, really good. And I think it's a massive reason Arteta just signed a new 3-year deal. We should probably mention that. And the rumor is he was offered that the same week we lost that third game. So the board and the higher ups are not concerned. They think he's the man for the job. I mean, I'm very happy. I think Cash has mentioned, it's going to be interesting to see if we do make the Champions League, competing on multiple fronts. That to me then comes down to make sure we have the squad that can do it. But that's a conversation for the summer, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pumped, man. I am, but I'm still.
You guys have that energy. You guys have so much energy, youthful fight, and the players will listen to that. You can see him on the sideline. I think there was a couple counterattacks where he just yelled at Xhaka, and he told people to come back, and they were just sprinting back. They were, seems like they're really really committed to Arteta. Like there's no
Yeah, and he like it or not, I mean he's stamped out anyone that's even remotely made it look like they're not going to commit to what he wants to do. Ozil gone,
exactly.
Aubameyang gone,
right.
Guendouzi gone. Yeah. Like, because I really like Guendouzi. I think in the Prem, a player with his bite is really really good, and he's also got an excellent pass on him. I really like Guendouzi, but his attitude is just not what he wants in that culture. And I mean,
I wonder if Guendouzi was seeing what's happening at Arsenal from the outside. It might come back with a different attitude. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think he's young.
He's young.
He's probably 5 years away though from like, you remember being 21 years old? I don't know. I don't think I grew up until I was 27.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I also think in football, managers are generally ruthless. So if Guendouzi's done something to piss Arteta off in attitude-wise, I think Arteta will just cut strings. Like he might come back and he might put effort in training, but it will be one lapse and that's it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm with Milo. I don't think he'll get another chance.
Right on. Well, moving on to we have Liverpool Tottenham and a couple other matches we'll take a look at. Liverpool Tottenham played a nice 1-1 draw. Or Liverpool slipped to a 1-1 draw, I should say. They extend their unbeaten run at Anfield, but drop 2 points in the title race. Yeah, that's breathing room for Man City. Conte has just lost one of his 6 Premier League meetings with Liverpool now. And at Anfield, he's undefeated. And Tottenham is the first team to stop Liverpool from winning at Anfield since October 2021 last year. We watched the game. What were your thoughts on that, Culture? Did you catch the game, Culture? Maybe not.
I've seen highlights. I didn't catch it live, but I think I was impressed by Spurs. I think I was expecting them to Spursify it and completely capitulate. Like I was. I mean, Liverpool on form, playing well, know they're in the title race. I think, I was expecting Liverpool to just batter them, absolutely batter them, but it didn't really happen. Well, from the highlights I've seen, it didn't really happen like that. And Tottenham played well, giving Man City some credit, or some breathing room. Sorry, not some credit, some breathing room. And is that the title race done? Probably. Yeah, I can't see Man City dropping points from here on in.
West Ham, I think, coming up for City.
Yeah.
It could be.
Milo, I don't know. What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game. I mean, obviously, I was rooting for Liverpool, given where we were, and that was prior to our game. So a lot, I was just not Tottenham winning was my only hope, basically. I took a draw. I'm okay with that, but I expected a little more out of Liverpool. I think maybe the midweek game affected them. A lot of energy used and all that sort of thing. Tottenham, I mean, like I've said, if Son and Kane show up, and I think they do have an uncanny link. Like Kane just finds Son, and then Son does his thing. Like he's just a dangerous player, and I'm.
Park the bus counter, man. They did it to City as well,
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
and it makes for a real kind of, in a weird way, it's exciting for me at least.
On the counter, they're dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I'm just Thursday night, your team talk is you just shut Son down.
Right.
If you shut Son down and stick a big fella on Kane, they shouldn't threaten us.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe set pieces and things like that. That's what I see. I mean, I know they've got goals from other places too, but much less of a threat. So
yeah, I mean, Arsenal on Thursday, it would be a really boring game, but if they just match Spurs for tactics, low block counter, it would be 0-0.
Yeah.
It will finish 0-0. Like
Right.
if they do that, if Arsenal just match up tactical wise, it will finish 0-0.
But I
and
think
that's a great result for Arsenal.
it is. I don't know if Arteta. I feel like Arteta's the
No, I
kind of
don't think he
person
will.
that stick to the game plan. Yeah, that's our
I
game
agree.
plan, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll see. I'm going to have to watch that one. I'm going to work from home Thursday, so I'll put that one on in the Discord.
So it
I'm
might,
gonna,
left back for Arsenal might be Tavares, right? Or Tavares, or did,
yeah, Nuno.
so that'll be he'll be against Kulusevski, which could present some issues. You never know.
I mean, I'm hoping Tomiyasu is going to be fit to take care of Son.
Yeah, he came off the bench. Didn't
I
he?
imagine he'll
did.
play. It'll be a big.
And in the previous meeting, Tomiyasu had him in his pocket.
Yeah.
So, and I meant to look. I ran out of time today to do a little bit of research, but I was going to have a look because I don't think our last few results at the Lane have been that bad. I know they're at Tottenham Stadium, but I'll always refer to it as the Lane. But yeah, I'm indifferent about it. I hope for the best. I'm not overconfident, but I'm also not that worried. I'm really 50-50 on.
Right. Other just quick other match. We had a City winning and 5-0. That was pretty. It was a 5-0 City win, and then we also had Chelsea drawing to Wolves, which is kind of interesting. They could find themselves in a bit of a top four, or at least so. Arsenal or Tottenham could catch them for that top three, and then Everton picked up a big win. Leeds losing, Everton big win. Jordan Pickford had some great saves as well.
Massive.
Yeah, let's just take a look at some. Let's see here. We have some tables to take a look at. We'll look at the Premier League here. Maybe I can manipulate this to make it a little bigger here. Just the top of the league here. We have City, Liverpool. We got Wolves, West Ham, Villa for City. Should be kind of interesting. And then there's that middle pack there. Chelsea's find them in there. Tottenham, Newcastle, Everton for Arsenal, and then United's in a race there. What do you think for relegation here? Are we saying Leeds is going down, Burnley's going down? What are you thinking?
I mean, I would expect Everton to beat Watford, a Watford team that have got nothing to play for. They're already down and they're rubbish. So I think that gives them a bit of breathing room. I think the fact that Leeds are playing Chelsea, it's really
and that Brighton
really
too.
interesting.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Leeds gone. Oh man,
I think it's going to be really interesting. I think.
Oh,
I
Gerrard
hope
is
it comes
with
down to
Villa.
the last day of the season because I love that. I love things that come down to the last day of the season when my team aren't involved. But like Burnley, Newcastle, Burnley at home to Newcastle, I think it is, and Leeds away at Brentford. Yeah, I think Everton will be safe. I think Everton will be safe by then because I think they'll pick up points at Watford and probably Palace.
I really hope so. It's what I said earlier. I do not want to play them with them needing to win to stay up. In case it's still close between Arsenal and Tottenham.
Yeah, it could be good. Could be
And I can just see it. Newcastle scoring someone like Chris Wood against his former team to relegate them. Like it's things like that happen all the time, don't they, in the Premier League?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be close. Looking at it as it is, there probably Leeds go down, but yeah.
Just a quick look at Serie A as well. It's tight title battle here. Just take a quick look at that here.
I wish they had to play each other still. I
know.
wish so badly they had
That'd
to
be
play.
pretty awesome. So yeah, it's getting pretty tight. I've been trying to watch all the Milan games I can. It's just really good football, exciting. I don't know if there hasn't been a Serie A race like this in a while. which is fun to watch. And then there's 2 Europa League spots and a Conference League spot available here. Fiorentina's fighting for those. I think
Quick
Roma
question.
lost this morning.
Have you guys got a preference to which Milan you'd like to win it?
I'd like AC
Inter or
Milan.
AC?
I'd like AC
I've always
Milan.
had a soft spot for AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick Inter Milan then.
There you go. And the relegation battle, they've got 6 teams still. I mean, technically,
Wow.
Venezia can technically get out still, but it's tight.
Ah.
It's a tight game.
Great season for them.
Yeah, it's good seasons. And then the last one is Bundesliga here. A couple titles over, but we got the Champions League spot with Freiburg and Leipzig going at it. 1 game left. I think it finishes up on Saturday, I believe. I believe the final day is on Saturday. Yeah. And then relegation playoff. Relegation playoff?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how it works there?
17th and 18th go straight down, and then the team that finished 16th play the team that finished 3rd in the division below.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Oh, that's neat.
Twist in the tail of the German Football League season.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, a couple titles there. Let's go to the open panel, man. Anyone got any questions? I'll scroll through chat and see if we missed anything. Daniel says City have lost Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker, and John Stones, and will all miss the remainder of the Premier League season. The race isn't over yet. Oh, I forgot about that. Big injuries for City there.
Yeah.
What's their run in again, though? I know you just had it up. I'm sorry.
I'll pull it back up.
Villa, West Ham, and someone in between.
Wolves, West Ham, Villa.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Wolves, West Ham, Villa.
I mean, 3 teams really. I mean, West Ham, I suppose, fighting for Europa. But Wolves and Villa, nothing really in those games, and City will have too much quality, I think, in those kind of ties.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Yeah.
Could be interesting. And someone mentioned Gerrard's Villa at last day of the season for City. Could be usual. Ralph was
interesting to know timings of the kickoffs in those games. Are they all similar? Obviously, last day everyone plays at 3 o'clock in the UK, but
I think tomorrow is Everton, and then Wednesday is Thursday. The only game is Arsenal Tottenham. Wednesday, I think all these teams play. I don't know who plays first or second though. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good running. Edan says Ralph was talking about recommending himself for the job early on before he completely lost the locker room. But let's move on.
Well, that's all right. I can talk about myself being the CEO of Rolls-Royce. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it. So.
Do you regret making fun of the Bundesliga all these years now that the EPL is turning into a one-horse race?
Who is that directed at, by the way?
I think just in general.
This exact graphic on the screen proves it's not a one-horse race.
Yeah, I don't know. I think and actually the graphic on the screen shows that there's no title race. There's actually less races here than less teams involved in Serie A and Premier League.
True.
Oh well. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's most leagues are competitive in some sense, but the title races are usually not as competitive. Title races. But
I don't know if we'll ever get that big. I mean, could you imagine like a 6-way fight first with like 2 weeks to go or something? It would be mega.
Mega. That's a Johnny Depp term.
That,
is that a Johnny Depp reference?
No, it wasn't at all.
Okay. He used the phrase he poured himself a mega pint of wine in his in the trial.
Oh, okay.
So now everyone's saying mega, for everything.
That just came out. That was nothing to do with Johnny Depp.
Who will win the FA Cup? Liverpool, Chelsea, replay of the Carabao Cup.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I think Liverpool as well.
I think but then it depends where their focus is. When is that game in relation to? Is that this weekend? It is.
Yeah, Saturday.
So
FA Cup final is this Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Did not know it was that soon.
Like, okay, that makes it interesting because now I'm not so sure. I was thinking like just with the focus on Champions League and potentially with the league as well, you just don't know if that would play a part. But now it's kind of standalone. Chelsea have a game on Wednesday as well. Liverpool don't, right?
Liverpool play today, I think.
Then Liverpool was the early game that I was so they play early.
Oh, Villa Liverpool is tomorrow for me, but yeah, I got you. Now I understand. But Chelsea play on Wednesday against Leeds.
Yeah.
So one day extra off for Liverpool. I mean, it'll be a tough one.
Is the FA Cup usually this early in May? I thought it was like usually the week before the Champions League final.
Well, it's
COVID.
I think COVID's had a bit of an effect. It used to
yeah.
always be the last game of the English season.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it always used to be the last game of the English season. And I think that's what they're going back to next season.
Definitely.
So now they have like championship playoffs and stuff at Wembley now, so they got to put it in early, I guess.
The season opens with the Charity Shield and ends with the FA Cup. That was always the way, and I don't think their plan is to change that. And the only thing is, if I was Tuchel, I know Waleed's not a massive fan. He was telling me last night, but if I was Tuchel, I would be doing everything I can to rally those troops for that final and just be like, look, people are doubting us. Like, this is a massive opportunity for silverware. We got nothing else on the go.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You've really got to find a way to motivate them.
Definitely. Question for the panel. Last question here. Are all sports rigged and scripted? I think this is it's a serious question. Do you think there's any element of rigging in let's say the Premier League? Let's just,
No. I don't think so. Not in the Premier League. I can't speak for American sports. I only watch them on TV. I don't know the background of it, but I don't think the Premier League's scripted or anything like that. I think it's too big of an entity for it to get away with it. That's how I see it. But maybe I'm naive. I don't know.
Yeah,
have there been games that have been affected by something over the years? I would say 100% yes. But I don't know what those details are. I have no basis for that theory other than it's human nature at a financial level to get by however you can. And unfortunately, that leads to nefarious stuff. It just does.
It also comes down to what you implicitly think is meant by script and rigged. Because rigged, I read rigged as someone saying we're paying, for example, the VAR to say that was definitely a penalty on Benzema. When if it was all in honesty, let's say, someone might have been like, well, I don't think it was. Whereas I think rigged means you are physically making a difference so that you win something or someone wins something, like Juventus, right? When they did the match fixing, that was proper rigged. But I don't think a decision based on something historic that I know we've had conversations about previously again in Cart Stream, where United was such a big force that it probably was a little bit of history bias for referees to make decisions and things like that. I don't think that's rigged. I just think that's unnatural filters and bias that you can't do about. I don't think Man United influenced people and paid people off to get decisions. I don't think they paid the ref off to say that Roy Carroll kept that goal out against Spurs.
If there's two railroad tracks and there's a stranger tied to the tracks and your mother tied to the tracks, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna save my mom. Just that's my point. It's just give Fergie extra time is my point.
It does make you wonder, because there have been some horrendous things that have happened and you just don't know how at the highest lasagna gates, but like at the highest level you wonder how those things can still happen. That's my only thing, with all the eyes and all the cameras and all of all the thousands of referees in England, those are the 10 or 20 refs that got to the pinnacle of the sport, and yet those things can still happen. And I always thought that was somewhat off. That like it just didn't. That's never sat right with me.
Everything must be monitored.
Yeah.
All of their everything for them is probably monitored. Their phones, their messages, their emails, everything's probably being checked.
Yeah.
Do they have any privacy? I wonder. I don't know.
But it wasn't. I bet that's not that. That hasn't been happening that long though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely been some NBA refs that have been rigging matches, 100%.
Like Iran says,
I've heard of that
money,
story.
there's corruption.
Yeah, wherever there's money, there's corruption. I totally agree with that, but I don't think it's corruption in the referees. Like you're saying, I think when Juventus got caught, think about the improvements in technology and the amount of cameras and views and things that are going to be audited because Juventus were caught doing it. I just can't imagine it happening in the Premier League. And I might be really naive, but that's how I see it. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's yeah, that was an interesting question. It's something that I feel like I need to just kind of peruse the web about some previous scandals and see what we
could probably talk about that for a whole stream. I think
maybe in the summer when there's no football, we can talk about these.
Didn't Bruce Grobbelaar got in some trouble? I mean, it wasn't Prem, it was Division 1. I mean, he was a top flight goalkeeper. I think he got in some trouble for some match fixing stuff.
Yeah.
And he was a goalkeeper for Liverpool. So,
alrighty, guys, let's move on. We have a special segment. Cultured is going to be the quiz master for today for this game. Before we move on to our next section, the floor is yours, Cultured. Go for it.
Okay, right. Yeah. It's a very simple game.
Okay.
It's there's 25 questions.
Okay.
Point per right answer.
Okay.
And it's going to be quick fire. So you get a little bit of thinking time, but generally it's going to be quite quick fire.
So we don't write them down. We just say the answer.
No, you just say the answer. Right.
Okay.
And what the rules of it? If you get a question right, you stay on, so you get the next question.
Okay.
For a maximum of 3, just so that it mixes it up a little bit and someone can't go on a big run. Okay. If you get the question, so let's say I ask the question to Milo and he gets it wrong, Cart can have a go at answer the question and get the point. If he gets it wrong, it doesn't affect the fact the next question will go to Cart.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty simple, I think. General quiz. It's just a general quick quiz. It's about the Premier League this season. Every question is about something that's happened in the Premier League this season, so you don't need to delve into the history books or anything like that. And the question, I wrote all the questions and then put them into a random sorting order using Excel.
I would do much better, by the way, if this quiz was 90s football.
No, that's why I didn't do it.
I purposely didn't look up anything as well. I knew the season review was coming up. I was like, should I look? No, I didn't. I didn't look up anything.
Yeah, but to decide who goes first, we've got a nearest to the amount question. So, you can decide between you who's going to go first to actually give an answer, because you might get the knobhead answer that's just adds 1 or minuses 1 from the answer the other person gives. But to the nearest 100, what has the average attendance been at Crystal Palace this season? So for Crystal Palace's home games this season, to the nearest 100, what has been the average attendance? And I picked Crystal Palace because they are 10th in the table, so right in the middle.
I'm gonna go 24,500.
I was gonna go 34. I was gonna go 34.
Okay, so Cart's gone 34,000. Milo went 24,500, and the answer is 24,121.
Oh, well done, Milo.
Well done, Milo.
Well done.
The only reason I know that is because I've been to Selhurst Park and I know how big it is.
Yeah, I've done. What's the capacity? I was thinking like 60,000. No, that's too much. No. I was thinking half. Okay, that's way too much.
Google, you're sitting there looking at me.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
so Milo goes first.
Nice one. All right, go ahead.
So the most you can get is 3 correct answers, and then it will change to Cart. 1 correct answer, Cart can steal, and then he gets his questions. So, number 1, what shirt number does Timo Pukki wear for Norwich? Don't look at chat.
Oh yeah, let me close chat here.
9?
No, incorrect. Cart, do you want to steal?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. Timo Pukki wears 20?
Oh, it's 22.
22.
22 is what he wears. Right, so Car,
Okay.
you get the next question.
Okay.
On the and this is why I had to randomise the questions, because there's Man United and Arsenal questions in here. So,
Okay.
on the 23rd of April, Arsenal beat Man United 3-1. Who scored the final goal of the game?
All right, I'm gonna try to go quickly. Arsenal United.
Xhaka.
Xhaka.
It was Granit Xhaka. 1 point to Car.
Yeah.
Next question then, Car. Crystal Palace are currently mid-table in 10th position. How many points do they have?
Oof. If United have 58, no, something like that. Wolves have 50. I'll say Crystal Palace have 46. 46.
Oh, incorrect. Milo. Do you
Oh,
wanna steal?
Milo.
Exact point total or closest
Exact
to it?
points.
Exact
Exact points.
What did you say? 46.
I don't know what I said. No one knows. No one knows.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna go all the fours. 44.
44. He steals.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
That's a complete
nice.
guess, dude. That is a
Oh.
complete guess.
All right, go for
Who
it.
is West Ham's top scorer in the league so far this season?
Oh.
Between two on this one.
I'm gonna have to rush you.
Yeah, we gotta go. Take a shot.
I can't remember his name. I'm gonna pass. I can't remember his name.
Carts, do you want to steal?
I'll go for it. I'm between Antonio and Bowen. I'll go Bowen.
Jared Bowen is correct.
Nice.
So
He's
back
having a
to
great
Cart.
season. He's got to be in the England
He's
team.
having a great season.
I knew
gotta
it
be.
wasn't Antonio, and I couldn't remember Bowen.
Yeah, those were the two I was thinking of.
I couldn't remember his name.
Of all Premier League stats this season, out of all the outfield players, one Man City defender has completed more passes than any other player in the Premier League this season. Who is it?
I think it was Laporte.
It is Laporte, yeah.
Yeah.
So Cart stays on.
Yeah.
Cart stays on.
He's
Question
like
number
also
6.
won his most. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
He's won the most out of his first 100 games. He's won the most of any Premier League player of all time. I think.
Okay,
That was-
nice.
You're such a City aficionado these
Yeah.
days.
I mean, you know,
We need the sus noise.
unbiased.
Question number 6. Aston Villa bought which player from Everton after he fell out with Rafa Benitez?
From Everton. Oh, wait, hold on. Villa bought from Everton? Digne.
Aston Villa bought which player from Everton? Yeah.
Digne?
Lucas Digne is
Lucas
correct.
Digne?
So, Cart, this is your final question of your 3.
Okay.
Who has taken the most shots this season for Arsenal?
um, I'll say Saka.
It's Saka.
It is?
It is Saka.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Right, over
Partey
to
because
Milo.
he's just shot so many. Okay.
This quiz is hard, man, because Cart watches every highlight on his stream.
That's
like
true.
he knows all the shit. Like I don't. This is
I-
hard.
So this
I
is
was
why
gonna say I
randomised
was
the
gonna say
question.
Partey because whenever I watch him game Arsenal match, he's just always shooting from crazy angles. Anyway.
Yeah, I knew that one was Saka. I wouldn't have got Digne though. Don't think.
So I had obviously blocks of questions, and it sort of went. These ones are about Arsenal. These ones are about Man United. These ones are about, and I was like, I've got to randomise these in case Milo gets like 3 in a row of Arsenal. But anyway, number 8. Which goalkeeper has made the most saves this season, but has also conceded the most goals?
Is this to me or Cart?
It's to you, Milo. Yeah, it's to you, Milo.
Okay, can
Cart's
you
goes
repeat the
to-
question then? Sorry.
Yes. Which goalkeeper has made the most saves this season, but has also conceded the most goals? So he tops the charts in the Premier League at the moment for he's made the most saves, but he has also conceded the most goals. It's not like who's got the best ratio or something. But yeah, he has done both. He has made the most saves and conceded the most goals in the Premier League this season.
David De Gea.
No. Carl, do you want
yeah,
to steal?
he's made a lot. Most saves, also conceded the most. Bottom 3. I'll say Pickford.
No, it was
No?
Ilan Meslier from Leeds.
Leeds. I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I was thinking Leeds or something. Okay. Nice.
Okay. I think we're on to Cart now. I got a bit lost there. I think we're on to Cart. Number 9. Which striker moved from Burnley to Newcastle, becoming Eddie Howe's first signing after the takeover?
Chris Wood, mentioned earlier by I think
Yeah, he
Milo.
was mentioned earlier.
That's way too easy. That question is so easy.
By the way,
Well,
Milothe with the howler against Arsenal early on. Come on, what was that?
Cart again.
Gifted
Number
one,
10.
right? Yeah.
Takehiro Tomiyasu has had a great debut season for Arsenal. What shirt number does he wear?
I noticed this earlier. I was putting the pictures together for the slides, and I was gonna jokingly say he took inspiration from Paul Scholes, number 18.
Number 18. Correct.
Yeah.
Cart's got a bit of a run here.
Yeah.
Third question for Cart. On the other hand, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has had a really rubbish season for Man United. What number does he wear?
Oh no, 29.
29.
That was
Milo.
teed up for me there.
Milo, you have an Arsenal question to get back on a run.
Okay.
Number 12. Who opened the scoring when Arsenal beat Spurs 3-1 in September?
Oh my god, that's so long ago.
Emil Smith-Rowe.
It was Emil Smith-Rowe, correct.
Oh, nice.
Focusing on Spurs being an embarrassment, they lost 3-0 at home to Man United. Who scored the third goal for United in the 86th minute?
In the 86th minute?
Yeah.
Three 0 Bruno Fernandes.
No. Cart.
This is the 3-1 United win we're talking about, or what was it?
3-0 home.
3-0.
Yeah. So at Spurs, we beat them. At Tottenham, we beat them 3-0. Who scored in the 86th minute to make it 3-0?
86th minute. Who scored? I have no idea. I'll just say Ronaldo.
No, not Ronaldo. So
Okay.
stay with Cart for now. Number 14.
Wait, who was it?
signed-
Who was it? Who was it?
Oh, it was Rashford. Sorry. It was
Oh,
Rashford.
Rashford. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 14. Wolves signed Hee-Chan Huang from which Bundesliga club? Cart.
I'll say no idea.
I'm just going to pick a team in the Bundesliga.
I'll say Leverkusen.
No, not Leverkusen. Milo.
No.
Pick a team from the Bundesliga.
Pick a team from the, like, literally up and down. Go Hoffenheim.
Ooh.
No, it was Leipzig.
Oh. I was thinking of blue team. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Question 15. After 10 games, who was top of the Premier League?
Ooh.
I didn't say it would be easy.
10 games. Who was top of the Premier League? Wasn't Arsenal or United? I'm going to say Chelsea.
It was Chelsea.
Oh,
Correct.
that's what I was gonna say. Nice one.
Correct.
Nice.
God.
Nice
Ole Gunnar
one.
Solskjaer was question. What are we on? Question 16. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked after Man United lost to which club?
What are you going to say? United lost to... Oh my God, yeah. Wasn't it? It was someone they shouldn't have lost to.
Is generally when sackings occur. Yeah.
No, but
I know what you mean.
I
know
think
what
I
you mean.
know. I think I know.
I'm gonna guess it's Watford. I think
Watford
it's
is
Watford.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Carrying on with Milo, third question of this run. Which player has been caught offside the most so far this season?
God, dude. These are hard questions, man. Offside
There's
the
a
most.
big- Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Sadio Mane.
No. Cart, do you want to steal?
Oof, that's. I was gonna. Okay. I'll go with Salah.
No, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, Ronaldo. Okay.
Okay, Car, back to you.
Yeah.
2 teams have scored the most goals from outside the box so far this season. Can you name them both? Or which 2 teams have scored the most goals from outside the box this season?
Okay. Is Manchester City one of them?
I need your full answer.
Okay. Manchester City and Tottenham.
You have 1 correct answer. Milo,
Oh,
over to you.
But you know,
I'm not going
right.
to tell you which one was right.
you can't.
So then I've got to give you 2 teams still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most goals outside the box. I'll go. You said City and Tottenham. I'll go City and Villa.
Oh, City and Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Correct.
Ah.
Right, back to Milo.
All right.
Everton signed 2 midfielders from other Premier League clubs on deadline day. Who were they?
Oh man, quick fire for that is so hard. Two
Quick fire.
players.
Come on, quick fire.
Everton signed 2 midfielders from other Premier League clubs on deadline day. Who were they? There wasn't many deals on deadline day.
Donny van der Beek.
And
You're not going to tell me if that's right.
Where's the timer? Where's the timer?
Oh, the mug, Dele Alli.
Ali, correct.
That's correct.
There we go. We'll give him a bit of time. Right, you got a tough one now. Guess question 20. At the midpoint of the season, which team occupied 10th spot?
Oh,
Who
Jesus.
were middle of the road at the midpoint of the season?
Is this to me?
It's on you, Milo. Yeah, it's on you. Yeah.
Repeat the question, please.
Which team were 10th at the midpoint of the season? So who was middle of the table at the middle of the season?
Arsenal.
No. Cart. For a chance to steal a point.
Wait, didn't you already say who was? Oh no, that was
No,
average
This was,
Crystal Palace. Okay, never mind. Okay.
yeah.
And
And this is in the middle point of the
Middle
season.
point of
Who
the
was
season.
middle of the table?
okay. I'll say for quick fire, I'll say Brighton.
No, it was Leicester City.
Leicester. Okay.
Right, we're into the home run now. Question 21.
All right.
We're on Cart. Who did Newcastle sign for 41 million euros from Olympic Lyon?
Bruno Gumarães.
Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes.
Gumarães.
Yeah, we wanted him.
22. What shirt number does Ivan Toney wear for Brentford? Cart.
Ooh. It's not 9. It's 19?
It's not 19. Milo. Chance to steal.
23.
Oh, 17. Unlucky.
Oh, it was 17,
Unlucky.
not 19.
17. Right. Carrying on with Milo now. Mo Salah is currently topping the goal scoring charts. How many league goals does he have for Liverpool?
Oh my God. I haven't looked. Because Arsenal have scored so little goals, I haven't even looked at that table once this season.
It was oh sorry.
Is this to me?
Yeah,
Milo, yeah.
It's to me. Yeah.
How many goals has Mo Salah scored in the league this season?
I don't even know what the chart is at, so I'm going to have to random guess. So on a really good year, you're in the 30s. On an average year, probably mid to high 20s. I'll go 21. That's a complete guess.
You got a chance to steal.
I think it's 22.
It's 22. You were
Yeah.
so close.
Piss off! I should get the point.
I'll give
Son
you a
is on
point. I'll give you
20.
a point.
That's a point.
It's a point.
Son is on 20 and no
Cart.
penalties for him. Anyways, good.
2 questions left. Cart. Which club have put the most crosses into the box this season? Whether
Phew.
completed or uncompleted crosses. Who's put the most crosses into the box this season?
Between Chelsea and City, I'll go. Or Liverpool, right? I'll go. I'll go with Chelsea.
Incorrect, Milo. Which
Oh,
club
you
has put the
wanted
most?
the team, not the player.
I'm giving away that
Yeah.
my thoughts. I didn't do that.
Which
Well,
team? Which team?
If it had been player, I would have guessed Trent. So I'm going to say Liverpool.
It is Liverpool, and for a matter of fact, it was
should've been.
Trent that's put the most crosses into the box. That's not a
Oh,
question.
nice.
You know why I would have said that? Because of that game we watched at the weekend. Their tactic was cross spamming, and I'm like,
Everything.
this can't be the only game that they've done this at.
Right. So the final
Yep,
question of the quiz goes to Milo,
Yeah.
and it is with 1 game to go for Man United. Who is the only player to have played in every league game for them this season?
God, it's a Man United question.
To end
Every
on, Man
game
United.
they've played this season, every
Who's played
game.
37 of 37 league games for Man United this season.
Actually, that's kind of a tough question.
I mean, you'd think the goalkeeper, but I don't watch every United game. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't. Your first thought would always be the goalie, but I don't
that your
watch.
answer?
I mean, I don't watch every United game, so how would I know?
Well, I mean, I don't know for sure either.
Either that or no. I mean, he hasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go De Gea because
It is David De Gea.
Okay.
The hair.
There you go. And that brings an end to the quiz.
Very nice.
Okay.
Nice,
The
man.
results, it was actually pretty close. So
Oh, was
Cart
it?
got 10 correct, and Milo got 8.
Oh, nice. Good
Oh,
game.
well done.
Pretty
Well done.
close.
Good game. Good
GG.
game.
And between you got 18
GG.
answers out of 25, so I think
That's
that's
not
pretty good.
bad. That's
Yeah,
pretty
Those,
good.
some of those were really hard, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are a little tricky.
And you
Those
know
were
what?
a little tricky.
Randomizing it made it really interesting because there were questions that Cart got that I would have loved to have got, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then you got them
That was
right,
good.
and I was like, damn it.
Tricky. Did you pick all those questions? Did you make all those questions?
Yeah, I found all the stats myself, got all the questions.
Nice,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate that.
Really cool.
That was great.
I'm gonna have to bring the noise if we're doing. So I'm gonna devise a quiz for us now.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna. I'd like to do a catchphrase style. You know, I don't know if you have that in America.
Is that the one with like the red film that you have to
No.
like put in? What is that game? What am
I don't
thinking
know
of?
what that.
No idea what you're talking about.
It's like these cards that you can't read, but you have to put in behind this red film. Anyways.
No, I was thinking about some sort of football deal or no deal.
Okay.
No, yeah. Anyway, carry on.
All right, here we go. Tonight's how many teams can you name is Robbie Keane.
Oh God.
Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane. How many teams can you name? Let's see, how many are there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 13 total. And this is not including Ireland. You guys pick Ireland, but it's not going to be listed. It's not going to be listed.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, we just had
That's
to
a
kind of.
lot
We're
of
just jumping
clubs.
straight into this one.
16.
13.
Okay.
13.
I don't know why that came out so high pitched, by the way. It just did.
One of these clubs I've never heard of. Well,
Well, we're
I'd be
not going to get that
surprised.
one then, are
Yeah,
we?
that one definitely not. I feel like just sharing that one. Nah, whatever. It'll be a fun day.
I think I'm at my limit. 1, 2, 3,
Hang on.
4,
I need a
5.
little bit more time.
I've got 7,
Oh wow. Let me see.
and I'm 100% sure on all of them.
You've got 7. Oh, I'm not going to get 8, so you might as well go for it, mate. Or if
I
you're
probably
100% sure.
I probably
Hang on.
got 3.
Does that include Ireland?
No, I've got seven clubs that he's played for.
All right, well, I'll scrub Ireland off my list then, because we just won't do that one. Hang on. How many have I got? You've got 7 that you're 100% on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that 100%. 100%. Did he play? Actually, am I 100%? Did he play for them? Yeah, he did. Did he?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah. Well, I'll go 7, and I'll leave that one till last. I've got 6. I'm 100% on, but I'm gonna say 7.
7's a strong. That's a strong answer in this one here. I mean,
yeah, I'm at 6, so go for it, Cultured.
Right.
Okay.
7 then. Spurs, obviously.
Spurs is correct. Correct.
Leeds.
Leeds is also correct.
For that one.
LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. I did not know he played for Inter Milan. Yeah, he did.
How many games?
6. And then he went on loan.
Yeah. Liverpool.
Liverpool, yes.
Liverpool, yeah. I had that one.
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yes, he finished his youth career there as well.
So that's my 6 that I was sure of.
Oh yes, sorry, yeah, I wasn't counting. 6.
And then I've got Coventry.
That's correct. Coventry.
I didn't have Coventry, but as soon as you said it,
yeah. So
I had Villa.
Villa is correct. Nice.
Oh wow, nice.
And I also had West Ham. Didn't he play for West Ham?
West Ham, I don't. Yeah, he did. Correct.
He did. Okay. There you go.
He went on loan at there.
So we're missing one.
We're missing there's a couple we're missing. The latest team he played for was ATK. Does anyone know what that is? I don't know.
No.
Sounds Scandinavian. They have initials.
Oh, true. Yeah. He started his career at Fettercairn.
Somewhere in Ireland.
Somewhere in Ireland. And then he went to Crumlin United.
In
and
Ireland,
he had a short stint at, I think on loan, at Celtic.
Ah, Celtic.
Celtics. Short loan there.
I can't believe the Inter.
Alan got
that.
that.
How did you know Inter, Culture?
One of the first names I had on my pad that I wrote down.
Greek
How do
ATK.
you remember that?
Okay.
6 games.
Leeds Inter. It was something in Champ Manager, I think. He was there. He was really highly rated at Inter Milan. Like they were looking to take him permanently, I think, and so he failed a knee injury or something like that. Or when he went to Leeds, it was something like that. He had an issue at Inter Milan with his knee injury.
Ah, interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also used to do the Robbie Keane celebration when I scored. The roly-poly and then the gun.
The somersault and the guns, right?
Yeah,
That was
I was centre back. I very rarely scared, very rarely scored. So
I wish I could see that.
yeah.
Fettercairn is a rough spot in Dublin. Oh, I didn't know that. ATK is Atletico de Kolkata.
Atletico de Kolkata from India.
Daniel Cole in the chat. CR7 now plays for Crumlin United, but that should have a beat.
Okay,
Crumbling
dude.
United.
All right.
United.
So just quickly now, Milo has been coaching his daughter's team. So I thought, for the football memory, if we could reminisce about our favorite football drill growing up. Do you have one off the top of your mind, off the top of the head? Chat, anyone have a favorite football drill?
I mean, I love a rondo, but
Rondo's good.
I don't like being in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I like being the person that's passing the ball around the outside. So yeah.
We're going to
Generally
do that
shooting
on
drill
Wednesday
as well.
at training.
I'll say the most memorable. I think I just, other than obviously scrimmage, like 7v7 or whatever. There was this. I think it was called World Cup, where the coach would just lob balls into the box and you'd try to score. And if you scored, you got points, and it was just a free for all in the box. That was pretty fun. It was good. It's a good wind down.
Wembley singles.
Mine
Wembley,
was
yeah, those.
I did a lot of I took a lot of set pieces for the teams I played for. So I used to enjoy practicing free kicks and corners. Usually at the end of practice or after practice, I'd be whipping corners in for people in the box, and then free kicks, just me and the goalkeeper usually. Just yeah,
Free kicks,
Those are my
those are
favorite.
always fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of other drills. There was wasn't there like a Wembley game? Did you guys ever play that?
Yeah.
I
Wembley
went to like a
singles and Wembley
British
double.
training thing, and they'd play this
we
game.
wouldn't have played it at
You go to the
training.
Queen, and you go to the. It was just a drill, you know. It was like a.
We played Wembley just like at the park, so it was basically like you score to go through, and if the last one out is out, and then you go to the next round. So a bit different.
I don't know. That just popped in my head because you're coaching now.
Yeah, good.
And just to wrap up, best, worst quotes. And if you got anything, throw it out. And events coming up this week. I got a quote.
Yeah, if you got a quote, go for it, and I'll have a little think.
This is from Bertrand Russell. Popped up on my YouTube feed the other day. I don't know if you guys know who that is. And he said, "Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric." You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Pep is a fraud, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say here. Any other quotes or any highlight of the week?
My quote of the week is "Spread your team out, Milo."
Oh,
you know
man.
Weirdly, the thing that came to my mind for a quote of the week was when I was tuning into Milo's stream yesterday, and he was playing someone that was passing it around the back after going 1-0 up 7 minutes in, and he went, "Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this in game 4?"
I hate those guys, man.
You ended up drawing, I think, 1-1. I think.
No, I lost that game 1-0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. But yeah,
I played one of those guys in he was in D1. He was in D1. I was like D4 or something. I ended up getting a draw with the U24s.
I lost my
team
shit
press
in
helps.
that game.
you did.
You have to kind of force them forward. Don't let them pass back. Because you mean he was like kicking the goalkeeper, and he would head it to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper would catch it, type of thing.
He's just going round defense, midfield, back to the as soon as it's out to the mid, you go back to defense, and then back and forward, and like you just go back and forward one touch.
Okay,
But like he was good at it. I'll give him his due, and eventually I did manage to like stop it. But it's very obviously it's the first time I've encountered that on eFootball. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? You know, like I'm pressing, I'm R1, I'm the player I'm at, I'm holding X to like close that down. I'm holding L2, I'm holding everything. You know, at the end of and I got really stressed by that one. I had to refocus in the next game. I got some really good results last night though. I just missed out on the end one. Yeah. Fell a little short.
Do you want to plug anything coming up?
I've got best and worst quickly. So
go for it.
Best, Pat Dybala. Obviously.
Oh, you did? I was going to ask you that. You got Dybala. Nice.
Yeah, I got Dybala. And then Adama Traore and Rafa Silva, who are terrible. But worst of the week, I'm going to give to the Miami Grand Prix. Really impressed with it. Like the marina, the fake marina can have a worst on its own. The section on its own can be the fake marina.
It looked pretty pretty ghetto-ish, you know.
The worst of the week for me is I'm probably going to say the same, the Miami GP. What did it for me is the celebrity fest, because guess what, people? Celebrities are just people that we've made famous. That's it. There's nothing else special about them. All right? Remember that. Okay? And secondly, the fact that all the people that are in favor of the Miami GP are like, well, do you like Monaco? It's better than Monaco. And I'm like, listen, there is a reason the Monaco Grand Prix is part of the Triple Crown in motor racing. It's known as the Triple Crown, is to get a Monaco GP win. I think it's a Le Mans win, 24-hour, and the Indianapolis 500. If you win those three races, racing drivers, the people that actually do that, that's called the Triple Crown. It is steeped with prestige and history. So yes, the racing's not always great at Monaco, but it's steeped in all that rich history, and I love it. So
wait. So how did that relate? So they're trying to make the Miami Grand Prix like Monaco? Is that what you're saying?
People are comparing it to say, if you like racing at Miami, why do you like racing at Monaco? Is what people are trying to say. But yeah.
Oh. It's the same reason why a lot of people don't like Man City, right? Just like it doesn't have heritage.
So there's only one driver that's done the Triple Crown, by the way. Fun fact.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
These are
Graham
different.
Hill.
Is it Graham Hill? Wow.
Graham Hill. Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not 100. I don't know all the races, but you said 3 races that are different cars, right?
Yeah.
Like different league or whatever competitions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's three different disciplines. So the one that you'll know the most that's come closest since is Fernando Alonso.
Yeah. He's done 2 of them, hasn't he?
He's won Monaco. He's been F1 champion. He's won Le Mans 2 years in a row. But don't forget, Le Mans is 24 hours, so you're part of a team, but it still counts part of the Triple Crown.
Right.
So you don't drive for 24 hours. Obviously, you do stints, much like in the endurance races I do. The only one he didn't get was Indy 500, and he had a crack at it. I think he had 2 goes, but yeah, he didn't. He did all right. He did very well considering it's not what he does.
So that's NASCAR. Or was that in the Formula One cars?
No, that's in IndyCar. Indy 500, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just have no clue.
Yeah.
Which is what Romain Grosjean's doing now, isn't he?
I think he is. Yeah,
I think he is.
Oh, Grosjean. So that's the guy who went on fire in Qatar almost.
Survived fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man on fire. Yeah. My best of the week. My best of the week is the kids, the girls team on Sunday. They had their best game yet. They lost 1-0. By far the closest result they've had. They put in a gutsy defensive performance. There was 1 lapse of concentration where literally our 2 centre backs turned to talk to each other. I mean, that's the level we're dealing with. So I'm like, wake up! And then one of the other coaches was like they're supposed to be having fun. I'm like, yeah, but if they whatever. Anyway, we got into it a bit as well. So it's like, I'm just we're teaching that you can see what they've learned though so much. It's been amazing to see the progress they've made even in just 4 or 5 weeks. So I've been loving it, man. That's my best.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Anything for the week? Anything else? Anything coming up on the channels?
Football Manager.
Football Manager.
Go check it out.
Yeah, guys,
it's good fun.
It's been popping up in the stream. Check out Culture's YouTube channel. Lots of good Football Manager stuff there.
Indeed.
Anything coming up this week? I have the Premier League matches here. So tomorrow, or technically today for some, Liverpool Villa. Then Wednesday we have Wolves City, Watford Everton, Leeds Chelsea. Then Thursday we have Tottenham Arsenal. Next week Milan plays before Inter on Sunday. And then we have Spurs Burnley on the weekend, West Ham Man City, Everton Brentford, and Newcastle Arsenal, I believe, on Monday. Newcastle Arsenal.
Can I
lots of matches.
Can I plug mine?
Absolutely.
I got a couple of things I wanted to plug. So,
absolutely.
On the Twitch, whatever, just come by. Variety stuff. eFootball twice a week. GTA, bit of this, bit of that.
I saw that GTA.
And then, GTA, that was obviously Wednesday we played. So we just chill. Yeah, GTA stream is just going to be chill. However, I've put it on my YouTube at the moment. I don't really use YouTube, but if you want to check out Milothe1st Gaming on YouTube, I've put the first episode of Frankie Drebin going to an interview with the police department in a 5M server. And so we did the interview, and then my first training session. If I don't stream it live, I will record it and upload it there.
I commented on that. Did you see my comment?
I did see that. Yeah, Cash. This is the plug section of the show.
Yeah,
this is the plug section, guys. This is the plug section.
Yeah,
this is the plug section.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's fun. The interview was fun. I don't know if you saw any of it, but the guy was English that was interviewing me.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he gave me the tour of the cop shop, and we went through some of the stuff, and like I asked him a bunch of questions. I'd made a couple of notes, questions. So yeah,
it looks fun, man. It looks fun. I wonder, do you know how populated the server gets? You said it's pretty new, right?
That server has just gone live, but they're really working on stability. So compared the other server that I go in sometimes, which I'm also gonna, I've been accepted. I just have to do an interview there as well. Because it'd be nice to have two places where I could go depending on how busy it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just because if I wanted to stream it one night a week or something, I'd have to make sure the server's active.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
But yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
We'll see. I'm excited to give that a go, and it's really in depth, like what they're talking about. Like,
right.
like all the stuff you have to do. It's pretty intense. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah. Well, I think that that wraps things up. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Anything? Cultured Milo?
I mean, watching Milo stream with a watermelon up his top was hilarious. So I will mention that quickly. Mera put it in the chat, and I had to just put that out. If you haven't watched that VOD, 100%, as the watermelon goes up the shirt, he goes, "Cool, that's uncomfortable." And Mera's just on the side of the screen, like, "Well, yeah, what did you think?"
The whole stream you had it in there.
I put it in there for a couple of games worth because it was something we talked about a few weeks ago, and my wife said, "Listen, I'm going to buy a watermelon, and you can feel what it's like to carry that weight around in your front." So, because my wife is doing an amazing job, guys. She's about 3 to 4 weeks away from bursting.
Oh wow, we're getting close.
Wow.
So yeah, like I said, Monday Weekend Wrap-Up Show coming to you live from the hospital.
That'll be fun. All right, well, sounds good, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you for hopping on. Culture, thank you very much for the quiz. That was great, man.
No problem.
And I will see you guys next week and in your streams or in Discord, wherever I see you guys. Alrighty, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, will do. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah. Cheers.
We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Alrighty, guys. That wraps it up. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your input. Right up against the time limit this week. So we'll wrap it up. Alan, welcome in, everybody. I think I saw Creep as well. Creepo, welcome in. I will see you guys next week. I will be streaming a little bit in a couple minutes as well. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for everyone who was hanging out. All your input as well. Good. I enjoy the open panel section a lot. Makes things exciting.
It's the Monday weekend wrap up. It's the Monday.